My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others. Welcome to another exciting episode of Truckers and Others with your host, Kevin Ray, right here. Me. That's me. I'm the guy. So I was wondering when I was going to start recording today. I knew I was going to record something today, but let's just hold off a little bit. Let's see what happens. Well, what happened was I almost ran out of fuel. I was heading out 50 highway across Missouri. Had to go over to Walmart, Versailles, and pick up some fucking bullshit. It's just one of those deals. Got in the truck, and it had less than 3/4. So whoever used this truck last didn't fuel it the fuck up, bastards. And now I'm waiting. Are you gonna fucking let me in, you fuck? So I said, alright, it'll be alright. I might have to stop, grab fuel. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with 50 highway, but there are truck stops. But there are not fucking many, okay? And I'm in a box truck. So, I could probably pull into most just regular gas stations and get fuel, but I don't know. Anyways, I decided on my way back, I was like, oh yeah, if I turn left onto that one highway in Sedalia, there is a little truck stop down the road. I'm going to go check it out. And now I'm driving behind a chicken hauler. Anyways, because Tyson's out here. Pull into the truck stop, fucking about go head on with the fucking school bus, because the school bus is going through the wrong way for the truck fuel. I don't understand, but whatever. And I pull up to the fucking fuel island. Oh, wonderful. No fucking card reader at the goddamn pump. Okay? Now, not that would have been any helpful anyways. I still would have needed to go inside to get a goddamn receipt after figuring out what the fuck was going on. But I go inside, and I know I better grab the fucking wallet, because you never know if the credit card is going to be the one to work. I got a fuel card. It's a newer fuel card. Walk in there, and the guy, he's like, oh, all right, what's your truck? He's like writing a bunch of shit down. He keeps asking. He's like, all right, what's your mileage? What's your truck number? What's your PIN code? What's it? I'm like, hey, man, usually I just type all that shit in myself. Why do you got to write it down? What are you doing here? And he's like, oh, we don't even accept that card. We don't accept Fuel Man cards. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, pretty sure. I'm like, can we attempt it? How about we just give it the old college try, you fuck? And said, sure. I said, yeah, I can prepay, because I want to come in here and pay and go out and then leave. Like, get my fuel and then leave. I don't want to come back in here. Okay? So he just prepays me $50. I'm like, oh, all right. I could have used more than that, but whatever. So I got less than half a tank now. Whatever, not a big deal. Slide the card, and of course, yep, all the prompts come up on the screen like everything's gonna work, but it says it declined. So I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, let's just use the credit card. Fucking bullshit. Anyways, so prepay $50 with the credit card. Not a big deal. Got it done. Got the fuel in the truck, but whenever it got to $46, that's when it slowed down. It was like they don't want it to go too fast and go past your $50. So it slows way the fuck down at $46. I had to sit there for 400 seconds, okay? Because it would only do a penny a second. is what it was. I was just sat there for fucking 4 minutes waiting to get $4 worth of fucking fuel. Oh, Jesus. Go, you fucks. What the fuck? I just had to honk at this fucking idiot in F-150 just stopped in the middle of the road for no fucking there was a car that was driving in the fucking center lane, and it was gonna wait and get behind the F-150. The F-150 just stopped in the middle of the road, and I noticed what was going on, so I was able to slow down. Everything's fine, but this fucking guy in the F-150 should probably fucking get a hangnail, but like one in his fucking boot where he has to get his boot taken off. It's stuck to his sock. He's gonna rip his sock off, and it's gonna hurt. Might bleed a little bit. That would be fucking ideal for this fucking dumbass F-150 dumbass motherfucker. Let's just stop in the middle of the fucking highway to let a fucking car just sit there. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, so I'm a little negative today. You might be able to tell. Posted up a YouTube video, so if you haven't checked that out, check it out. The link is somewhere. I don't know. I'm probably put the link up on the podcast, but it's a YouTube video of a walk around and startup of my new 79 Scottsdale K10 4x4 motherfucking badass blue bitchin' ride. Yeah, it fired up, but I listened back to it, and the fucking, you're dumb, you fucking idiots. Both of you fucking idiots. Look at all these chickens. I'm in a cab over, so I can get really fucking close to all these chickens. And they're all like, what the where's the field trip going? They're like, oh shit, they can't even stand up the whole way. But that's where y'all gonna end up in a deep fryer, unfortunately. Sucks to be a chicken. Oh, that one just fucking pissed all over the fucking place. Ugh, chickens are, I mean, it's not really the chickens that are gross, it's like the way people fucking keep them. But I mean, I don't know. I don't agree with brutality. But I'm okay with this. It's like, these are chickens. I like to eat chicken. Chicken's delicious. It smells bad right now because I'm right behind this fucking stinky motherfucker. And I've had to work at Tyson before. Not for Tyson, but for, as a subcontractor. And, yeah, it's not fucking cool. I've also worked at the pig factory, the beef factory, the chicken factory. What else is there? That's about it. Pretty fucking gross place to work because we're there to clean something that the workers don't want to clean. Is when we get called out. The workers are like, this is fucking gross. Call somebody to come clean this shit. And then we're like, hey, do you want us to clean something for you? And they're like, actually, yes, we do need you to clean something. There's rotten carcasses all over the place, and we need you to, well, I mean, we don't really do the carcasses, but if they have like water lines or like where all the wastewater goes from a chicken plant, like we got to clean them drains out and all that shit. Oh, oh, oh. Now the real MVPs are the ones that clean these fucking chicken haulers. They got to clean these fucking trucks or the trailers. I'm gonna get around this fucking stinky bitch. You fucking reek, dude. I guess those are like individual cages. So it's not just like a step deck with individual cages to clean. Are you racing me, Tyson? I will fucking speed through here. You fuck. Get back there, you stinky hoe. If I was driving the Tyson truck, I'd understand. I'd be like, oh yeah, everybody wants to get ahead of me. That's understandable. But not this fucking guy. He's like, no, motherfucker, I'm gonna make you smell all the stink the whole fucking way. Fucking bitch ass. Anyways, I got another video that I'm going to be filming at some point in time. Some new evidence has come to light with the 79 Scottsdale K10 four-wheel drive blue truck. I did some investigations and I found out some information. I'll talk about it in another episode. I want to get that filmed and put out on the YouTube visually first, and then we'll work on doing the podcast about it. I don't know. I don't have much content. Okay, so the content that I do have, I want to put it out carefully. Just kidding. I really don't give a fuck. It's not a fucking K10. It is a K10, but it's not licensed or titled as one, which is normal. I mean, it's very normal. It's nothing, no groundbreaking news here. The cab just happens to be from a 79 C10 GMC. So that's kind of interesting. It's an interesting deal. So I just blew the whole fucking. I just blew it out of the water right there. Like, I just let you guys know, nonchalantly, just told you the whole premise of this new exciting YouTube video I need to film. Yeah, I was going through the title and I just did one of them decoders, and I did two different decoders. 79 is an odd year. 79 is the only year like it. Apparently, I think 80s might use the same front clip or something, but I don't know. It's the first year they put the VIN on the dash. The VIN decoder, it's got a special thing for 79. Well, it might be 79 and 80, but it goes up to 78, and then like there's a totally different VIN decoder for 79. Might be 80 also, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not going to talk about like the regular issues that I'm having with the title quite yet. Once everything gets resolved with it, I'll bring it up, because I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that yet. I want to make sure I'm okay. I want to make sure I can even have the truck first. There should be no reason I can't, but it just depends on how much money the fucking state is going to want from me. And I got money. I can reasonably, I can do whatever they need, but everything should be fine. The previous owner, well, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, the truck is awesome. I got it. Until I get the title switched over into my name, I'm not putting any money into it yet. So, and I'll talk about that a little bit more with the YouTube video. But yeah, I think it's a good, smart move to not spend hundreds of dollars on the truck until it's titled in my name. My brother, he's doing great. He's got the K1500 that I had. He's liking it. You bitches, everybody passing me on the right, you fucking fucks. There we go, rumble strips. But oh yeah, in the video, the audio cut out when it fired up, and it didn't fire up for very long. It's got some sort of a fuel delivery issue, I believe, but nothing I can't get fixed or figure out. It just The first night we got it back, I flooded the fuck out of it, I'm guessing, because it would not fire, but it didn't backfire or anything. There was no, I thought the ignition was not good. I could get the starter to turn over because it's hot wired through the dash. I could get the starter to turn, but it seemed like I was not getting any fire whatsoever. So I was a little worried about that, but no problem. I contacted the seller. He informed me that I was doing everything properly and it should have started. So I went back the next day, went out there, and that's when I filmed the video. That was the first startup that I did, and got it fired right up, dude. But then it died. It was idling. It was idling kind of high, and then I tried to give it a little bump and to kind of bring the idle down, and it died. And then I couldn't get it to fire back up, which is fine. I'm gonna be going through the truck a lot more meticulously than I first expected. I thought I was gonna basically put brakes on it or figure out what's wrong with the brakes, get the brakes situated, title it, tag it, and drive it the way it was. But I'm going to do a little bit more work to it before I officially tag it and everything. Before I put insurance on it and all that good stuff. Because right now I'm going to cancel the insurance on my other truck since my brother's got it. And then we'll be good. I'll have that truck. And my company is very nice. So I'll be able to use the truck, a truck and a trailer to haul that truck around. If they want it out of the lot, I can move it out of the lot. If they want it if they don't care where it is, as long as I move it around so that it's not in the way, I don't think they will mind one bit. A lot of people haven't even seen it because it's kind of tucked in back behind some machinery. So, yeah, people at the shop, it's been there for almost a week. Oh, I don't know. It's only been there for a few days, but I figured everybody had been over to that side of the yard. But I'm like, you see that blue truck sitting over there? They're like, no, I did not see a blue truck sitting over there. I'm like, oh, well, come fucking look at it, you motherfucker. And everybody's been excited about it, which is awesome. Gives me, some people are like, that's kind of rusty. I'm like, I know, I like it that way. There's a square body with the fucking camper shell just drove by. Oh, God, it looked good. I'm not doing the camper shell route. If I did any sort of a route, it would probably be just a toolbox with a headache rack or maybe even a roll bar. But I don't think I'm going to do the roll bar because those are kind of just a pain in the ass. It takes up a lot of room in the bed. It's in the way. It's not easy to move it around. People think they're worth a fucking $1,000 because they got their old rusty roll bar sitting in the back of their yard or whatever. They want money for them. Then you got to wire up all the top lights and everything. 'Cause, you can't have a roll bar in a square body if you ain't got round KC daylighters on the top. You got to have those. Kind of like the Fall Guy type deal. But I think the look I'm really wanting is just the way it is with a stencil on the side of the door. I'm trying to think. I thought about doing Cedar Creek since that company exists no longer at all. Me and my buddy, we started a podcast that we have not posted anything to, but we started a Cedar Creek podcast. It's Cedar Creek Lumber. It would have been they have a cool, I could do that. It's no longer a company, so I'm not going to be in violation, or nobody's going to come after me for anything. It's an old company that's gone, and I thought I could maybe stencil it up, but the baby blue, or not the baby blue, like just the dark blue doesn't really say lumber. So if I do a stencil on there, I'm probably going to change the color up before that, and not do a good paint job. So the first step to the paint job would be, I don't know, getting the blue covered up and then doing a very bad paint job. So I'm thinking do a dark paint job, like a dark black maybe, or like a dark grayish type, and then go from there, maybe like a brown or a tannish, but I don't know. It's like, I don't want to put, it's already got 7 coats of paint on it. I don't know if adding another 4 coats of paint is even going to do anything. It's just going to look like a rainbow by the time I'm done with it. There's like some pink, there's blue, there's white, there's red. It's a lot of different colors. Come on, cruise control. There we go. Got the cruise to work. This truck, this box truck, I'm very upset about the whole situation. So I get to work today, nothing on my schedule. I don't mind. I go around, I do trash. Go around, pick up all the trash around the lot, like the barrels, the trash barrels that are in all the buildings. Get it all cleaned up, put it into the dumpster, dump it in the big dumpster out back. And then I do the scrap metal, because there's another shop that's around the corner where they do some work. And I take the scrap metal bucket over there, and I empty out this dude's big bin full of scrap metal. And then as we're finishing that up, I get a call from my boss, and he says, hey, I need you to grab a pickup truck and head over to Versailles to pick up a containment. So it's a containment that goes underneath a roll-off box, like an open-top roll-off box, or even a vac box, or whatever the fucking box. It's like a 20-foot box. He already sent 2 guys out this morning. One guy with a vac truck to suck up any liquids, and then another guy with a roll-off truck to grab the roll-off truck. And then they were going to head out and go to the landfill and get rid of all the product that they had. And then I was supposed to go out there with the pickup truck just to grab a containment. I was like, oh, that's perfect. And I get, I don't know, 30 minutes into the drive, and I get a call. He says, hey, come on back. You need to take the box truck. You need it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take the new box truck. He said, whatever box truck you want, as long as everything that you're going there to pick up will fit. So I call the guys that are already out here in Versailles, and I say, hey, what all do you need me to fucking pick up? It said containment and 4 totes. I said, okay, that'll work perfect. So I get to the shop. I talk to one of the guys at the shop. I say, hey, man, that new box truck, the 2024, or maybe even 2025, I don't know, the 24 F600 box truck, is that ready to go? And he said, yeah. I'm like, oh, sweet. And I go over, I grab the keys, and then he comes over and he catches me. He says, hey, actually, it's not done. I'm like, what do you need done? He's like, I need to put in the backup camera. I said, well, hey, good luck, because I have good luck, because guess what? I'm not going to back up at all today. He said, no, it needs to stay here until it's done. I'm like, I'm just going to take it out to pick up some fucking totes. I'll bring it right back. He said, no. It needs to stay here until it's 100% complete. I'm like, I don't need a backup camera, man. He said, no, take the old box truck. So here I am, driving in the old fucking cab over, big motherfucking bumpy motherfucking, ain't no AC having bullshit. The fucking display is worn the fuck. You can't read anything on the dash. It's got an engine light on. The radio stinks. The seats are not comfy. There's no cup holders. Truck. I'm in this motherfucker. I was so upset. I was like, God damn it. And I thought I was going to have to go over a scale. But it turns out the way that I was going was 50 highway, not I-70. But I was going to go I-70, and I was like, if I was in a pickup truck, I wouldn't stop at the scale, because I'm not hauling a trailer or nothing. I'm just a pickup truck driving on the road. Ain't nobody going to stop me. If you have a trailer, you're supposed to stop. And then with a box truck, you're supposed to stop. So I was kind of like, oh, fuck. But turns out everything was fine. I was able to... Is that a UFO? I think I see my first UFO right now. It could just be an airplane going What if that's a B-2 bomber? Would that be insane if that's a B-2 bomber? Because that's where they land it out here at Whiteman. I think that is the B-2. It's coming in for a low landing right now. That's awesome. So I don't know. It kind of looks like a UFO. I was listening to a podcast the other day. They were talking about they're like, yeah, when the B-2 bomber first came out, people were freaking the fuck out because they saw it. It looks all weird. It's all like a triangle shape. It's not very long. It's just really wide. And people thought it was like back when it first came out, before there was like really official reporting on it, they were like, oh, fuck me, it's a UFO. Like, oh no, that's just our new military equipment. Fucking, it'll sneak up in there and bomb the fuck out of somebody. Anyways, back on the topic of driving. Drove out here, everything went fine. There was an Amish man parked his horse and buggy right next, so I was not able to back into the area where I needed to go because the front end of the box truck was going to swing out too wide. If he didn't park his fucking horse and buggy right there, I would have been able to back in there and everything would have been it wasn't a hard job anyways, but it would have been better if I could have not blocked the traffic. And then also I got a truck parked right behind a horse, and every time the fucking blow off valve, it blows air out because the air tanks get too full, it freaks the fucking horse out. I got a little button over here that I got to hit to turn on the hydraulics for out back, and it goes beep the whole time. And then I got the backup beeper going beep, 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 beep. And the horse is like, oh, fuck me. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna still be out here when the Amish man comes back and his horse and buggy's gonna be gone. And he's gonna be like, what happened? I'm like, I think I scared it off. I thought you were in it, is what I would say. I already thought about it. I was like, oh, I thought you were on that thing. He's like, no, I was in the store. Not playing the PS5 they have set out next to the video game areas. Because I went to Walmart the other day. They did have a PS5 set up to where you could play it like the old days. Oh shit! It is a B-2. It just flew right over me. Holy shit! It's so quiet. That's so quiet. Jesus Christ! Apparently we have two B-2s over here, unless that's the same one that fucking did a big U-turn and came back in for another landing. I don't know, but that's a fucking B-2 bomber. That's the closest I'll ever be to a B-2 bomber. And and over here in America, we all see it and we're like, oh, that's fucking awesome. And in every other country, they see that and they're like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I stole that joke from somebody. I don't know, but I heard that. I was like, oh, yeah, they're like, oh, shit, Jesus Christ. But, yeah, in America, we're all like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Fucking honk your horn or something. Everybody doing the horn load deal, trying to get the airplane to honk a horn. Yeah, I bet you they could use that B-2 bomber to like fertilize some fields. And I bet you that B-2 bomber wouldn't freak out the Amish man's horse either. I bet you that B-2 bomber, the horse would just be eating grass and be like, oh shit, there's a fucking airplane. Snuck right up on me. But he wouldn't care. Anyways, I just had to grab 4 empty totes. I felt like a bitch because I was using a pallet jack to pick up 4 empty totes. I can lift all 4 totes at one time. They're just too big and clunky. And I could slide it across the ground, but then it's making a lot of racket. It's like dragging a fucking car jack down the road. It's just so loud. So I was like, I'll be a fucking bitch and I'll use the goddamn pallet jack and go over there and grab one at a time, 1 tote at a time. There's a containment that I had to fold up. It was a weird looking containment, but it was easy to fold up. Got it folded up, wrapped up. It fucking stunk because it got water underneath it. And people in Walmart parking lots, I don't even in Versailles, they're fucking nasty out there too. I saw a homeless lady sleeping. I did not look down her shirt, but she was sleeping on the sidewalk outside of a Taco Bell. You know, and I just said, you know, this is America right here. If you could sum up America right now, it's being out kind of in a rural area at a Taco Bell with a homeless lady with two shopping carts. She had two shopping carts. One of them was knocked over, and she was like laying inside of it a little bit. So I don't know if she had some extra clothing or something inside the shopping. It's like she was just like, my son likes to do that. He likes to put a blanket over the table and hop underneath there, and he's like just hang out in there. So I don't know if that what she was doing, but it seemed like something like that. You know, as you're walking by, because I had to park 2 blocks away because there's nowhere to park a truck. You're in the country, you'd think you'd be able to park at the Taco Bell, but no. I had to park like 2 blocks away, and as I was walking up, I heard something snoring, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I look over, and I see the shopping cart with legs, and I'm like, oh. And I walk up a little closer, and you can see right down her shirt. I didn't look, but you could. I did. I looked down. I didn't look down her shirt, and I just kept on going. She was not, I didn't see her face, but according to the rest of her, I was like, I don't know, maybe clean it up a little bit, and maybe it'd be attractive. I don't know. So I just kept on walking, and I stuffed my face with 5 burritos. You know, I was like, man, I bet she would love a burrito. She like, people are gravitated to things they like, and this homeless lady was like, maybe she's not homeless. She lives in a fucking shopping cart, but she's like, I'm gonna live right next to the Taco Bell. So if you're like, hey, I like McDonald's, you're gonna be sleeping outside of the McDonald's. If you're like, I like Burger King, guess where you're gonna be? In the Burger King parking lot. So she was outside the Taco Bell. She was probably hoping that somebody was gonna come up and just like, maybe sneak up into her shopping cart and just shove a burrito in there and be like, here you go. And she's going to be fucking excited. Maybe she'd be angry. I don't know. You know, if somebody's bringing a homeless person a burrito, and if they get angry, you're still giving them the burrito. Because, I mean, I already ate. I wasn't going to eat another burrito. I already put a dip in, so I wasn't going to take the dip out just to eat the burrito I brought for the homeless lady. She ain't getting the Baja Blast, I'll tell you that right now. The Baja Blast, that is not for homeless. The Baja Blast is for paying customers only. Okay, so sorry about that, bitch. You're not getting the fucking Baja Blast. And then I hit the road, and everything was fine. I drove down the road, got there, almost scared a horse and buggy off, and then got the shit loaded up, and then I left. And then I was driving, and then the fuel light came on. I said, I should probably find somewhere to fucking fuel up. And then I remembered there's a truck stop there in Sedalia, so I was gonna stop there. And that I will never go back to that truck stop. The fucking ponytail dude that took my fucking card and was giving me a fucking hassle. Hey, you know what? You're not good enough to work at the truck stop. You need to go work somewhere else. Okay, I just want to prepay some fuel, and you want me to give you my social? You fuck. You ain't getting my social. Get the fuck out of here, ponytail man. You want to fucking steal my identity. You think I look better than you. That's what he thought, probably. He said, this guy looks pretty good. When I walked in there with my aviators and everything on, and he's probably like taking mental pictures of me as I was walking up so he could remember what kind of shirts and pants and boots and everything to buy with my own money that he was going to steal from me with my identity. But no, he's a ponytail bitch. Okay? And when somebody walks in and wants to prepay fuel, don't give them a fucking hard time. Okay? I just want to prepay fuel. I just happen to be a fucking trucker. Why you got to take down all my shit? Fucking Martha's over there. She came in to fuel up her Buick. She said, I'd like to prepay $20. And you let her slide her card and everything like normal. I think you even offered, you said, there's a refreshments over here. If you'd like, you can throw a refreshment on for 50% off since you're fueling up or something like that. I don't know. They don't do that shit no more. They don't offer you anything. They're just like, what do you want? It's like, well, I thought you wanted me to shop at your fucking business. Apparently, I was mistaken. So I ain't never going back. I mean, if I will go back if I have to, but I ain't never going back to that fucking truck stop. I've been there several times. This is the only bad time I've ever had there. Who the fuck takes the fuel card readers off the fucking fuel pumps? Come on, that's where, what, you want the truckers to fucking walk around too much. I already did enough walking today, okay? I should have called on the phone and been like, hey, how about you get your fat ass out here and walk to me and grab my card, go in there, turn the pump on, let me fuel up, and then whenever you're done, and whenever it's done, you notice it clicked off, you pay for it with the card, and then come back out to me and give me my shit. That's what I would have rather you done. Because I'm thinking at this point, I might even have to stop and fuel the fuck up again. Which is not cool. Hey, here's that Taco Bell I went to. Warrensburg, Taco Bell. There's a chick, you can see down her shirt. If you get out here quick, she might still be there. I didn't look down her shirt, but I'm sure other people did. I didn't even notice that you could look down her shirt. I heard that from the guy inside the Taco Bell. Said, hey, there's a lady with a shirt, her shirt. You can look down her shirt. She's homeless, so it's free. I said, what? He said, it's homeless. She's homeless so you don't have to pay her. He said, Fantasy Ranch is down the road a ways. You got to pay to see them titties. They don't have any windows. I said, dude, you are creeping me the fuck out. Give me my goddamn Nacho Bel Grande and get the fuck out of my face. Yes, I'd like to try your new green salsa. I'd like to try that. It's the new Katina menu. You know, I even tried to add steak, like swap out some steak with one of my items. I don't think they sell steak no more. I don't know what the deal is, but there was no steak option. Kind of ridiculous. What kind of world is this? Other than that, we had today is my son's birthday, so that is awesome. I was able to call him and sing him happy birthday for the 5th time, you know, because you have to do it on the day. But we had his party and everything the day before. Also with my daughter, they had a combination party at the park. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people brought presents. It was way too many presents. I didn't think about the presents when I was loading up 2 giant coolers into my wife's car. I said, hey, there's actually room for 2 coolers in here. Let's just do 2 coolers full, one full of water, one full of juice and ice cream. And then with all the 2 giant things, like cake pans full of fucking cupcakes, plenty of room for those things. And we show up there, and then there's a couple of presents on one of the tables, and I said, okay, that's fine. And then I go run around playing with the kids, and I turn around, and the table is overflowing with presents. And I say, oh no, that's too much. How about some cash, y'all? Because my wife had to ride home with the cupcakes on her lap. Okay? We couldn't fit anything else in the back of the car. She rode home with the cupcakes on her lap. The fucking icing was melting on them. It was so hot, it was melting down. It got all over her pants. Got on my pants, too. So they had a shitload of presents. So that was awesome. After a very long day of catering to all of the people and everything, I was able to come home and not relax because I had to open every fucking present. And then after you're done opening the presents, then you got to collect all the trash. You go, bug in there! A bug flew in my fucking window, hit me in the arm. I thought I got stung. I did not get stung. It was just, I don't know where the bug went. Anyways, yeah, I had a lot of presents, had a lot of shit. The clean living room became the dirtiest it's ever been very quickly. But we were able to get everything done, and I don't know, I'm sure my wife is just pulling her hair out by now. But I am not going to call her, and I'm just going to text her whenever I'm on my way home. I'm not going to listen to it twice. Just going to listen to it once when I'm there, and I can just kind of ignore. It's easier to not hear her when I can see her. I can just see her, and then all the words just skate on by. But if I'm on the phone with her, I'm like, I can't do that. I am actually hearing every word you're saying, and I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable hearing all the words being told to me right now because they are going directly into my head. I'd rather be in front of you so I can ignore most of what you're saying. How about you give me, make a list and do bullet points. Just bring me through some bullet points. I can listen to those, but all the little stuff in between what you're saying, I don't even hear it. But anyways, everything should be fine. Tomorrow I'm going to Des Moines. Going to have a nice normal day in Des Moines. I ordered some door locks for my truck. So I just told you that I wasn't going to spend money on the truck, and I really didn't. I spent $13 on some new door locks. So I think tomorrow, once I get home or back to the shop after going to Des Moines, I'm going to try to install some door locks on the K20, K10, Scottsdale / Sierra, two-wheel drive, K10, Z10, whatever the fuck it may be. It's a mixture of all. It just happens to have Scottsdale fenders on it. That's the only thing. I'm going to put the door locks on it. And then I'm going to call that good. I'd like to just lock it up. If I go to the shop and I'm driving around, I look at my truck, because I like to just stand there and look at it sometimes. And there's somebody sleeping in it, I'm going to be disgusted. So I need to get it locked up so nobody can get in there and sleep in my truck. So I did order $13 door locks off of Amazon. That should be at the house today, maybe right now. They are Chinese, so hopefully they work. Oh, Jesus Christ. That lady does not know how these fucking... What they've done out here to 50 highway is completely... It's so much more dangerous now. And if you don't know what I'm talking about is on the highway, they used to have just turn lanes for exits. A turn lane to go to the right and a turn lane to go left and go across the median. They changed it. So now, no matter which way you need to go, you have to go the way of the highway that you first arrived to. So you always turn right. But then you have to turn left later, like half a mile down the road. There's a left U-turn that you can take. So if you're just wanting to jet right across the highway, you're not allowed to do that anymore. You have to go down to the turn lane, do a U-turn, and come back. And the way they set it up is that with the U-turn lane, you can still jump across the highway to get it to the outside of the highway. And, now that I'm listening to myself try to explain what's going on here, it's really not working, okay? It doesn't make a lot of sense. They spent a lot of money redoing every intersection along just 50 highway in Missouri. And it's very scary because you got people flying out of those fucking U-turns and you don't know, are they going to do it the right way and go to the outside of the highway, or are they going to take the center lane, or are they going to hop right in front of my lane hoping that I get over to the left lane? But it's like there's too many. Before it was easy. Yes, there were deaths out here. I bet you there's more now because people don't understand. Anyways, I almost hit a fucking Traverse, a Chevy Traverse. It was supposed to go across the highway into the fucking outside lane, and it just, as soon as I get near it, it fucking shot out and into the fast lane right next to me. I thought they were going to come into my fucking truck. I don't know. It's not good. So right here, I can turn right to get off the highway right here. I'm not going to, but I could. And there's no turn lane to exit the highway. Well, actually, I don't know. This one is actually a normal deal. It's on a corner, so it's not safe. I don't know, man. What they're getting real. They're getting real imaginative with the way they're doing the roads these days, and it's like this is not cool. Okay, a couple of roundabouts. Okay, we can do that. But some of this shit that you're fucking doing over here is it's like diverging diamond. It's faster. You know, I never had to sit and wait before, really. The wind is trying to blow me off the road. Not a fan. I should have, if you're listening to this and you're too young, don't listen to this. But if you have somebody that you know that's really young and they're like, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, please, for the love of God, research road markings and go to college to be the guy in charge of making the road markings. Not because you're going to make it easier, just so you will be the one with the instructions on how to drive around, because nobody else is going to know how to drive around. If you go to college for it, at least you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense, and you'll be able to drive around. Then you can cuss at all the people doing it wrong. But everybody that's doing it wrong is just like, why the fuck did you make it this way? And you're like, I don't know. Somebody told me to make it that way. But I have the instructions right here on how to drive on the roads. You're like, can I have those instructions? And then you say, no, you can't have the instructions. You have to go to college to understand how to drive on these roads. And then they're going to start banning people from driving on the roads. You heard it here first, people. You're not going to be allowed to drive on the roads because you didn't go to college and get the instructions on how to drive on the roads, because they're going to make them so fucking complicated that nobody's going to be able to drive on them. You know how many people I see go backwards on diverging diamonds? You know how many people I see do it the right way and bomb into those motherfuckers? If there's a guy that's going the wrong fucking way and you're bombing into that fucking diverging diamond, it's going to cause a massive accident, and you're going to make me late. You're going to make me have to go take a fucking detour. 2 people died at the diverging diamond, and they're going to have it shut down, at least for a couple hours, and I'm going to have to take a 10-minute detour on a less preferred route. It's like, I would really rather just use the diverging diamond. I know how it works, but I'm cautious when I'm using them. But if you crash on it, then I have to go a different way. If it wasn't a diverging diamond, nobody would crash on it, because everybody's been driving the same way since the beginning of fucking driving. Well, I guess the beginning of the interstate system and all that shit. The Eisenhower. I don't know. There's some signs on the highways in Kansas City that say the Dwight D. Eisenhower roads or some shit. I don't know. You got to look it up. It's got 3 stars. It's some Illuminati deal. You don't think you're being hypnotized, but the way they draw the lines on the road is hypnotizing everybody. They got the rumble strips or the musical roads. You think the musical road is just sounds cool? No, you're being hypnotized every time you drive over them. What else did I do this weekend? I had to work. I had to go to the place where they make railroad wheels. It wasn't a horrible job. We got there, we got set up, we started working. Everything was going slightly well. I kept telling the guys that they need to put, so the guzzler hose, it got lit slightly clogged, but it wasn't fully clogged. So they were like, it's working. I'm like, hey, But if you go clear the clog out real quick, it'll work way better. And they're like, no, it's not clogged. I'm like, it is clogged. And then like the hard pipe sections, you got to put just one strip of tape over each of the connections, just so that you're not losing suction at each of those. And they're like, oh, it's not losing suction. I'm like, you can hear the air out of 20 different connections here. We need to put a piece of tape, just once. You don't even have to shut the truck down. You just need to lift it up. And so I ended up going out and putting a piece of tape. And then they were like, wow, this is working really good. I'm like, yes, it does work good. And then the hose got a little clogged up, and they're like, it's working. I'm like, it's not working. You need to get the clog cleared out. And they're like, but let's just keep going. I'm like, yes, we could keep going at quarter speed. Or we could go out, we could get it to full speed, and we could get the fuck done. So we ended up doing that. And then the Italian man with our company, he's been scaring me, because he was, not that what he was doing was horrible, and there was an incident, but I'll just say he was using his hands near the end of the hose quite often, and I was not a fan of that. I was like, hey, stop putting your fucking hand right next to the goddamn hose, because we got dipshit Dinkle over here that every time I look at him and I'm like, hey, get the safety valve, because something gets stuck at the end of the hose or something. I'm like, hey, you need to shut the truck down. And he's like, huh? I'm like, shut the truck down, you fucking idiot. And he's like, oh, okay, hold on, let me get up. I'm like, dude, what? You need to be able to shut the fucking truck off with the snap of a goddamn finger. And he's over there just like fucking looking at a butterfly flying around. I'm like, dude, fucking pay attention. And when I say shut the truck down, that means you need to have the fucking cable in your hand that you can just yank. As soon as somebody even, you think they might want you to shut the truck down, because it doesn't matter. You just yank that fucking thing off, and they're like, hey, why'd you shut the truck off? Be like, oh, I thought you needed it off. Like, oh, no, I didn't need it off. You can turn it back on. That's much better than, hey, turn it off, you motherfucker. What? Turn it up. Look, this fucking Italian man's hand is stuck in the fucking hose. You want me to explain the fucking problem to you, you fucking bitch? Turn the goddamn truck off. Anyways, that didn't happen, but the Italian man was sticking his hand up near the fucking hose a lot, and if it did suck his hand up, it was going to be about 15 to 30 seconds of his arm getting the best blowjob of its life before fucking dipshit Dinkle was going to fucking turn the goddamn truck off. But no, there was a totally different incident that happened. Mr. Italian man was underneath a conveyor, and we had the entire conveyor and all of the surrounding equipment locked out. When I'm using air quotes to say everything was locked out. Nothing was running. It was all, air quotes, locked out in six different areas. It was locked out. And everybody had a lock on the lockbox, so everything was, again, air quotes, locked out. He went under there and he got shocked. When I say he got shocked, I mean he got electrocuted underneath the fucking conveyor. So there was something that was sending an electrical current, and it could have been anywhere along the line, because I think he just happened to touch some of the metal that's like welded up, like the conveyor legs or something, or one of the bearings, or I don't even know. But somehow there was electrical current going through these fucking deals. And when I say electrical current, I'm not talking about your bullshit fucking lamp at your house. I'm talking about a place that makes railroad wheels. Okay? They do have lamps there, but everything that we were working with uses more electricity than you can use in a year probably at your fucking house. So everything is it's got a lot of fucking voltage, amperage, whatever I'm not an electrician, so I don't know. But I know he got shocked to fuck, electrocuted. Luckily, he didn't get stuck underneath there, and he was able to climb out, but then he's like fucking, I don't know, he got epilepsy or something. He was freaking the fuck out, and we got him yanked up out of the hole, and brought him out, and he's still like, I hear fucking radio stations. I hear the fucking traffic report on Monday. I'm like, dude, it's fucking Saturday. He's like, I hear the fucking traffic report. There's gonna be an accident on I-35. And guess what? On Monday, there was an accident on I-35. This dude, for about 15 to 20 minutes, he could tell the future just by, he could hear the radio station for Monday morning. He had some sort of an antenna issue going on. He's like, I know what temperature it's going to be. I know that it's going to be partly cloudy. I know that it's going to be 72 degrees at one point on Monday morning. I didn't catch the time. I don't know. He didn't get to select what part of the traffic / weather report that he was going to get for the Monday morning deal, but he said it was for March 15th. He said, I heard it. I heard them say it's March 15th. It's a tax day, and I don't know. I'm just making all that up, but he did get fucked up a little bit. But he's okay. He was at the Monday morning meeting, so he's good, I think. We talked about it. We said, hey, he got electrocuted. And they said, all right, what are we going to do to not do that? And we said, we don't know. And they said, okay, well, you heard it here, folks. This is what our boss said. He said, you heard it here. He got electrocuted, and we don't know how to prevent that. So let's just, if somebody else gets electrocuted, just let us know. Yeah, I don't know. There was no solution to that. Usually whenever we bring up a safety issue, they talk about all of the ways to not have a safety issue in that manner. Monday morning quarterbacking is what they all do, which is fine. If you get hurt on the job, you deserve a little bit of public shame in the Monday meeting. But they usually have some sort of a solution to the issue. And today they didn't. They just said, yeah, he got fucking electrocuted. How are we going to stop doing that? They said, we could just not work. And they said, that's a good idea. They said, half of you don't have jobs today. And then the meeting was over. So that was an interesting day. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're supposed to carry a voltmeter with us everywhere now. I'm not sure. Maybe we're just supposed to, just touch it just a little bit. Just make sure you don't have a closed fist on any metal objects first. Just touch it with one of your fingers to see if it does anything. I think that's the only way to really solve the issue. Another problem with the issue is that we filled out an incident report. We talked to the safety guy for the company that we were working for. We took all of our locks off of all of the equipment that was shut down, and then we left. Nobody went down there to figure out what the fuck was going on. There's no investigation whatsoever. It's just like, okay, well, now maybe we'll put a sign up. Don't touch the metal. I think that's all they can really do. This is a place that makes railroad wheels, and it's been around for a very long time. There are multiple different, I don't know. It seems like everything works in there, but you're like, nothing in here works. But it all works. I don't know how. They just have people come in there and rewire shit up until it's wired up, and then it works. Or they just take out a piece of old machinery, or just put a new piece of machinery next to the old piece of machinery, but just leave everything hooked up. I don't know, man. It's if OSHA showed up to this place, we wouldn't be working there, most likely. This is not me trying to make a report to OSHA. I do enjoy the money there. I have not been hurt there. I do not like working there, but I am not going to be the reason we don't have a job anymore. I've had my blinker on for many miles. I just now realized that. Yeah, my blinker was on. I don't know why I couldn't hear it. Maybe you guys heard it. I did not hear it this entire time. Everybody that has been trying to pull out onto the highway has thought that I was going to turn where they were coming out of. So that was kind of dangerous. I left my fucking blinker on. I don't know. There's something else that I wanted to talk about. Oh, no. Never mind. But I did get a text message. Let's see what this says first. Okay. Yeah, I asked somebody a very simple question. I said, "Hey, the roll-off box that you have on your truck, where are you taking that when you're done with it?" And he just said, "What do you mean?" I mean exactly what the fuck I said, you dumb motherfucker. He's not that dumb. He's an okay guy, but it's like, I don't know. Sometimes people just can't decipher what you mean. It's like it'd be a really simple way for you to answer my question if you just did a little bit of thinking. Rather, you like the time that it took you to write out what do you mean. You could have probably thought about it for a second and been like, oh, he probably means whenever I'm done with it, or just answer the entire question. Be like, hey, I'm taking it to the landfill. Oh, okay. Where are you taking it after that? Like, why are you stringing me along to make me? You just want to have a friend? You want me to have a conversation with you? You want to? You got something else you want to tell me? You just want me to? You want me to call you so you can talk longer? I mean, I don't mind calling somebody to talk to them. I don't understand. It's like just answer. Just where are you taking that? That should be a pretty simple fucking answer. Yeah, I'm being a little negative. Got my son's birthday today. He said he wants that Panda place for dinner. So we're going to have Panda Express. He likes the orange chicken. It's his favorite, my wife's favorite, my daughter's favorite. It's about almost, I think it's all we get there. We both get double portions of fucking orange chicken and then just feed it to our children. I like the rice. My wife likes the lo mein. Like to get the fortune cookies. My kids can't read, so I can make up crazy fortunes. Like, it's your birthday today, Levi. That's what it says right here. He's like, no way. We're like, yeah, it is. How did they know it's going to be your birthday? Or I could be like, your dad's going to turn into a zombie at 8 p.m. He'll be like, what? I'll be like, it is 7:54. He'll be like, what does that mean? I'll be like, that means in 6 minutes, apparently I'm going to turn into a zombie and there's nothing you can do about it. He'll be like, ah! He'll run around and grab his, he got laser tag guns. So he'll probably grab the laser tag guns and then shoot me with his laser guns. And then I'll have to act like I died. But then I come back to life because I'm a zombie. So, and zombies are kind of hard to kill. You got to get them in the brain. Yeah, he got Minecraft. I don't know anything about Minecraft, but that's the game that he wanted the most. He likes Fortnite. He likes Minecraft. He's 5. He knows how to play these things, apparently, but not good enough because he called me. He had my wife call me, and she's like, hey, how do you do creative mode? Huh? What? She's like, how do you do creative mode on the game? I'm like, listen, I don't know anything about any of these games. Now, if you ask me, hey, how do you change to that transmission for the Chevy truck on BeamNG Drive? I'm like, oh, well, you have to select the frame because the frame depicts all the other parts that can go onto the truck. So you have to switch from that frame to a different frame, and then that frame will have the mod installed for it, so then you can add that transmission that you want. Yeah, I know it's weird that you can't add that transmission to the other truck. You'd like to have a short bed regular cab, but you have to have a short bed crew cab to get that transmission. It's weird. The mod creator must have fucked up whenever they were doing it. They didn't add it to that specific frame. I'm sure people have made comments on Reddit about it, and maybe the mod creator would know, and he would go in there and he'd fix the mod. Like, I can answer questions like that slightly, but they don't play BeamNG. I play BeamNG, so I don't know. I don't know anything about Minecraft. My son said, I figured out how to light TNT. I said, cool. Don't know. I mean, I think I know what TNT is. So I don't know. But I really don't know. I don't know much about Minecraft at all. But I'm glad he's having a good time. Sometimes the best way to do it is just let him figure it out. That's the best way you learn. That's why I've learned a lot of shit that I've done in my life. It's just fuck around until you find out. Or somebody comes over and it's like, what are you doing? It's way easier to do it this way. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. But you understand the way to do it wrong. So maybe understanding the way to do it right is a little easier. After I'm just saying words now. So keep all 18 down and have a great day. Because we're gonna have a video coming out soon. The YouTube link will be in the description. Check it out. Bye. Here we go.